Hey guys, it's your boy Deanpo. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well. And today we are back with some more Arena Breakout fitted content. In particular, I'll be discussing some of the videos that have been popping up all over YouTube lately and pretty much saying, oh, is the game dying? Some agree, some disagree. But one thing's for certain, that there is a lot of frustrations with the game. So today I'll be walking through those frustrations that people have, and I'll pretty much give you my honest opinion on where I stand on the whole idea, right? Before we get started though, guys, if you haven't already and you do enjoy the content, please hit that sub button. We're so close to hitting 11k subs. I think we're about 30 subs off at the moment. So overwhelming support lately. We've started doing live streams as well. So if you haven't already, tune in and check us out. I mainly do solo content, but I do team up with teammates for TV station occasionally. And that's one of the topics we'll be discussing in this video. Also, guys, check out our Discord community. We just started a new competition, which is the King of the Quick Kits. So whoever accumulates the most Quick Kits, pretty much points, will win a free composite case. I will leave a link in the description below. And last but not least, guys, if you do like to support the channel, you can always check out our membership option of YouTube. Now, without further ado, let's get stuck in this video. So I watch a couple of content creators and I've seen some of the points. They pretty much raise the same points over and over again. So we'll discuss those. And the first one being the lack of solo duo or trio option in this game. Now, this is forcing a lot of solo players to get frustrated, to lose a lot of money. So as a solo, myself included, you are always climbing and up. You pretty much, it's an uphill battle. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It will make you a better player at the end of it, but you will struggle to make money as a solo player. And if you guys see Sura's video, he'll tell you that if you give up constantly as a solo, you will lose a lot more money than you make money. So, do I agree with that? I absolutely agree with that. At the moment, the way the game is designed, especially on maps like TV Station, solo, unless you go in for cheap kit and hit it big, you will be losing money, guys. And it's hard to hit it big because if you're running T3 like I am, and I'll show you my kit that I run afterwards, it's an uphill battle. You learn a lot of lessons, you become a lot more experienced. You may find occasional reds in the free saves depending on where you spawn. So it's a viable strategy, but it's not an easy strategy, okay? But it will make you skilled at the game. So I'll show you the kits that I run. And most of the time, you will come across quick kitters with the occasional T6 guys. And guys, T6 guys are not that freaking hard to kill. But I'm not saying it's a level playing field because it's not. So if you've seen my live stream, you see me constantly dropping in with like T3 kits and dum-dums or shotguns and whatnot, right? But it is very difficult, especially since you can't loot them because they're holding hands with another squad. So you kill one or two, and then you get rushed by third or fourth guys. So it is a frustration. So if you do want to go and make money on TV Station, guys, you have to run it cheap. And what I suggest is you run for the armored rig and the military helmet. I mean, unfortunately, that is the only viable option. And then you run either dum-dums or an MP5. Now, you may ask, oh, but if you're constantly coming across quick kits, why dum-dums? AP6 is a better option. For quick kits, it is AP, but you got to account for the occasional chads as well. And dum-dums drops them like no tomorrow. Otherwise, go for the S12K with the Type 8s. That is equally as effective. But it does not fix the underlying issue that this game currently has. And that's the fact there's no solo, there's no duo mode, there's no trio. Okay, at the very least, they should add the option for solo. I think they're trialing it at the moment for the mobile version. I think it's just a matter of time before it translates into this game. Very likely we'll get it Season 1 when it does launch on Steam. I mean, they've said themselves they will try and optimize this game before it hits Steam. They are looking to add North Region there, among many other maps. So what my solution is, guys, I can sit here and give you problems all day long, but no one wants to hear the issues. Everyone knows the issues. What are the solutions they're looking at here? And really, add more spawn locations. Add solos. The loot's already been nerfed, so I don't know what the devs are sort of worried about. Loot has been absolutely nerfed to the, shadow nerfed are 100%, even though the notes don't say it. TV Station loot was kind of OP at the start, but now it's just overtuned, and it's very, very difficult to make money as a solo player because just the loot is not there. You might get lucky with the occasional red or not, but majority of the time, not only you're fighting an uphill battle against the scavs, but you're also like finding shit loot as well. Now let's talk about scavs as a solo. As a solo, if you got a broken arm, Scavs go into absolute ballistic, full-on aggression mode. They will hunt you down, and that pretty much gives you away your position on the map. Now, this is a frustration I have as a solo player. It is absolutely busted. This mechanic needs to be fixed. Also, the loot. If you're not gonna put a solo mode in this game, give solo players an incentive. Like, I don't know, maybe give them the gear back, half of it when they die. Like, you gotta incentivize them somehow. I'm not saying, guys, this is not a solution, right? This is an option. Incentivize them somehow to continue playing, because not everyone has 4 friends to play with. I have a Discord where I pretty much promote this kind of like behavior to come and meet people and play with them rather than going out there solo and losing and then getting frustrated and quitting it. Because the game is a good game. It's an awesome game, especially it's free to play, and we can get into it. We'll get into the paid aspect of it later on. But for now, we desperately need that solo mode, and I know a lot of content creators do prefer playing solos, myself included. I mean, Hutch, I talk to him constantly, like he's fed up with his game. He's gone up to multiple games. Suro is now frustrated. I've seen Emo getting frustrated as well. Like, it's just how it is, guys, and I think they need to opt at the solo option. And a good point that Suro raised was like he doesn't mind waiting in a longer queue as a solo, as long as it's a solo queue, right? And I'm with him on that one. I would rather wait in a lobby a little bit longer and find the game rather than, you know, going in and facing squads after squads. You know, you drop 1, 2, 3, and the 4th guy gets you. It's absolutely frustrating, and there is no more frustrating feeling than that. Now, guys, another thing Sura did mention is the market. So here I disagree with him a little bit. I disagree in not the fact that the market needs some tuning, because it really does, but the fact that, you know, he's saying, oh, like he's finding all these armors in game, like the market is getting manipulated. The market is 100% getting manipulated, is no secret. But if you don't manipulate the market, it's hard to manipulate a game economy without wipes, guys. Otherwise, everything is going to lose its value. Everything is going to be worth absolutely nothing. So, are they doing it the right way? Absolutely not. Is there a better way to do it? I couldn't tell you. But what I'm confident in is the fact that these devs are listening constantly. I've never seen a game receive so many updates, one after the other. You know, devs respond to the public. They're active in the Discord. They implement changes. I think this is just a matter of time before they find the winning formula here. I mean, it's a young game, growing pains, but this is something they have to get right from the get-go. Otherwise, the game will be in trouble in the long term. And you'll see that like they're constantly nerfing stuff, they're constantly buffing stuff, they're changing stuff. So that's a good sign. Are they getting it right? At this point, probably not. But are they going to get it right in the future? I hope so, because, guys, it's trial and error. It's a learning experience for them. It's a learning experience for us. The meta is going to keep changing. Right now, I think the meta is at a very bad place, but we'll get to that in a second. But I have 100% confidence these days will step it up and fix the market and the game in general. So, where do all these armors, as he said, come from? You don't find them in game. You barely find them in game. I found a motorcycle or 2 in game before. I found a couple of other T6 helmets, but they're very, very rare. I think the majority of them come from the Deke trades. People trade Deke for them and then sell them on the market. Now, if we go and look at armors, for example, here, you know, I think they're trying to buff the price so people are kind of deterred from running this kind of armors, but the rich are always going to run them. And they're always going to run through people, and then people get frustrated, right? But that leads me to the next question. Instead of nerfing the drop rate on these armors and you know, buffing the price and whatnot, why don't you have 3 tiers, right? You have 3 tiers here. You have normal, you have lockdown, you have forbidden, and that also brings us to the quick kits, right? So normal, put a limit on there. Why allow people like with thermals and T5, T6 go to normal? Guys, I'm not lying to you. I make bank on normals. I go in with an M16 or an MP5 and I absolutely clean up T5s. I haven't gotten any T6s yet in normal. As a solo, I've gotten as a squad. But I absolutely clean up on this map. So I feel like the loot needs to be buffed a little bit on normal, because this is where a lot of solo players play. Until they add solo mode, at least buff the loot a little bit on normal. And that brings us to tiers, right? So T4, T5 max, T6 max. Boom. Because forbidden, there's no point Guys, there is absolutely no point, as Sura said, running T6 armor when there's red ammo in the game, because you'll get one tap to the head, double tap to the chest in any armor in the game. So on Forbidden, people make more money on Forbidden than Lockdown. Lockdown is good for chasing ranks. Lockdown is where if you really want to cheese the game, a Lockdown is where you go full T6 and just run through people and get rank. Forbidden, you go with like expensive gun and no armor. No armor, just a headset, go and kill a couple of scavs, you're on T4 already, you're running red ammo, and from there on, you can drop anyone pretty much in the game. That is the most viable strategy. Yes, your chances of survival might be a bit higher if you encounter rats that are not running red ammo if you're wearing full T6, but why take the extra risk when you make a lot more money running Forbidden? That's just my opinion. Unfortunately, that is the current meta. It's sad, it's the truth, accept it or not, entirely up to you. That's what the current meta is. So, how do you do that? You can manipulate the market, manipulate the modes, right? Add restrictions. You know, so much for lockdown, so much for forbidden, so much for normal. Or if you're not going to add a solo mode, limit the squad total value, right? Unlimit the solo, so solos can go full T6. Squads can only say have kits up to 300k. Or whatever, right? Just somehow, if you're not going to introduce a solo mode, manipulate the modes, add some restrictions. I'm not saying it's a perfect solution, but at least I'm offering solutions. A lot of people out there crying, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Go fix it. Well, hey, why don't you give them some suggestions on how to fix it, right? You can't just sit there and moan about it. Like, what would you do? You're the gamer, you're the consumer. What would you do about it, right? And this brings us to the quick kits, which I believe have absolutely screwed the economy. While I think this is a very good concept, the execution of it, I believe, leaves a lot to be desired. A lot. The fact that you can go with a basic kit into lockdown is absurd. I don't think these kits are worth 100k. So, right, the fact that you're allowing these free kits to go into lockdown and rat is a big problem. Big problem, because you're wasting good ammo that you're never gonna recoup back. These guys have everything to win and absolutely nothing to lose. So, you have 3 game modes, you have 3 tiers of quick kits. Why not just, you know, lockdown? And then you have forbidden. So normal, lockdown, forbidden. This should stop hatchet runners into normals, or at least make them think twice. This is your advanced kits, very good for lockdown. And then you have your premium for forbidden. And that's how it should be. I don't understand why that is not currently the case. Guys, look at this, right? Look at this. They're giving you a T5 armor, but AP63s on an MP5. Or you can go T4 armor and get 731s. I don't understand this somehow. Sometimes I just don't understand it. I don't. Like, this kid's not worth 500,000. Holy moly, it's far from it. But anyways, that's my solution to quick kits. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I feel like it's a good concept. It will give a lot of people with gear fear an incentive to get out there and learn the maps and play solo and whatnot with nothing to lose. But right now, I think it's doing a lot of harm to the economy and it's just not yielding the results they had in mind. So how do you fix this? Drop a massive update in January. Fix the freaking thermals. Thermals are still freaking busted. They were supposed to get fixed in December, but they had some technical issues. So, and ban the thermals from normal modes. Like, just, they should not be thermals in normal mode. Like, they shouldn't. It's freaking blows my mind. Thermals belong in forbidden. Not lockdown, not normal. Like, you have 4, like a squad of 4 running thermals holding hands, and they think they're good at the game. They're not. They're absolute garbage at the game. Like, these are the people that are going to get exposed once solo mode drops, right? These are the people that are absolute garbage at the game, but they think they're good at it because they hold hands with their teammates. Garbage guys. Garbage guys. Super frustrating. Squad of 4 running SJs. It's a joke, man. On normals, it's a freaking joke. And you know what? In some servers, the game is unplayable normal. That's one thing I would agree with Sura on. If you know what I mean. And that's a lot of people are quitting. Like, you are losing the lifeblood of this game by allowing toxic people to get away with cheesing the game like that. And guys, the last point I would like to touch on is the monetization practices in this game. There's some things I agree with, some things I disagree with. The composite case is pay to win. Pure and simple. This is the only aspect of the game, in my eyes, that's pay to win. Buying Cohen is not pay to win. Buying Coin is there for players that are casual, they work full-time jobs, cannot afford to grind the game. They want to go in, sit down, have a quick game with their friends without feeling left out. Tarkov doesn't offer you that. Arena and Breakout offers you that, right? However, having said that, this is a free-to-play game. At the end of the day, this is a business. A definition of a business is an entity that's there to make money. So what are they making money through? Skins. I would rather than make money through skins rather than selling composite cases, right? Because making it pay to win will turn people off. And this is not a gacha, right? Let's just not make it a gacha. Make it a level playing field. People will then come and buy your skins. Like, and speaking of skins, we'll get to that in a second. People will buy it, or ads. Like, there's different avenues rather than causing that. Right now, you cannot go and pay to be better than anyone else. You can run the best armor in the game and still get dropped by Type 8. So I don't consider buying Coin pay to win, but the composite case, the fact that you can always come out of money out of a raid, is pay to win. This is risk-free. 6 slots, any red item in the game, slotted there, Bob's your uncle, you're walking out with profit, unless you're running a full T6 kit. Like, you're making money, and if you're running a full T6 kit and you find a raid, at least you make some of it back, right? So that is pay to win. Buying Coin, for me, it's good because, hey, more people that are crap at the game buy, use their credit card, they swipe, they get their gear, I take the gear off them, I make money in game. Thank you very much. So as far as I'm concerned, I have no issues with that, chat. Absolutely no issues with that. Alright guys, and last but not least, I want to touch on the ammo. Now, Sura touched on this as well, saying, T6 ammo is overpowered no matter what gear you wear. I would say this cuts both ways. So you'll have like the rats saying, or the people that are broke saying, it gives us a chance against the Chads. The Chads are pissed off because they spend all this money getting geared up only to die to rats. You are never ever going to make everyone happy. You never will. You just won't. And that's a fact. So how do you find a healthy balance in a game that doesn't wipe? To be honest, I've got absolutely no idea. Some of the options they can do is maybe limit how much T6 ammo you can buy a week. If you make it craftable, then they'll turn off all your casual players that really quit Tarkov for that reason. So I reckon posing personal limits should work. I think that's the least painful solution that will probably upset the least amount of people. Aside from that, guys, the game doesn't wipe. And that presents you with a whole bag of problems that you don't have if the game wipes. Now, Sura said you should wipe the game. When people are investing IRL money in it, you cannot wipe it, plain and simple. It's people have put money in this game. So if they put money in the game, that's it. There's no wipe. It's as simple as that. Because there'll be a massive uproar and the game will truly die then. So that's another thing, right? Guys, that's it for this one. I am trying to be on the fence here. Not too negative, not too optimistic. That's just my honest opinion. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope to catch you in the next live stream or video. Peace.